The new Forza Motorsports is a huge generational leap. What are you guys looking at down there? Hold on. My eyes are up here, guys. Goodness gracious. Well, developer Turn 10 is flaunting their man meat all over the scene right now. The gaming community is up in wiles right now because apparently Forza is going to pop your corneas and gouge out your eyes like an eagle of graphical performance. Ah, let's get it. I am ridiculous. Alrighty, boys, share my screen. I have an article pulled up. This will be cited or sourced down there in the description below, as I do anytime I cover any news in the gaming community or industry. Forza, huge generational leap from previous games. Yes, it's officially called Forza Motorsports. I know what you boys are thinking, because I was thinking it too. Well, Forza Motorsports, that came out in May of 2005. You're not wrong. Right now, Microsoft and developer Turn 10 are doing kind of a playtest, which is basically beta testing on the game to get a little sneak peek, a little preview of the goods, if you will. Now, if you missed the first playtest, there's no need to go out back and stub your toe repeatedly or anything like that. There's going to be a new one this summer meeting between June and September, and that'll give you a chance to, pick up the sloppy seconds that you missed the first time around. So the purpose of companies doing this, basically beta testing, well, first alpha, where it's a very closed amount of testers, then beta, where it's a little bit more open, kind of like Escape from Tarkov's been in for the last like 27 years. Kind of a let's patch any existing bugs and glitches and add some new features right before the game gets to its final release date. And Esaki says over here, we're getting a ton of great feedback from the community, and that's exactly what you're supposed to do when you're beta testing, is explain to them what works and what does not work. Hey, the gameplay mechanics were sick, but I ran into glitches at this particular level, and they're able to patch that out. So that saves the gaming community a whole bunch of pain and sorrow when you buy a new $60 or $70 launch game and there's issues with it. Yep, right here, critical feedback on focused areas. This is exactly what I was just alluding to. So one of the things that makes this game stand out as a wonderful racing simulator is next-gen physics, because as it is a racing emulator or simulator, much like Gran Turismo, which we're going to touch on that in just a little bit here. How a car handles under load, basically how the suspension reacts when you hit a divot mid-corner in the apex of the corner and whatnot, hitting that breaking point of traction, stuff like that. My motorsports guys out there know what I'm talking about. The tires in Forza Motorsports and the way they interact with the road, dynamically increased. The way your vehicle is interacting with the road, with the track you're on, 60 times per second that is being updated with the game to give you like a very accurate, realistic feedback. And the engine will refresh at 360 hertz or cycles per second. And of course, they go a little bit further in depth with how this game is going to be in, an ultra simulator, multiple tire compounds, stuff that we've been seeing in like the Gran Turismo series for quite some time. Also getting into how things like the track temperature, so how hot that asphalt is. Is it a hot day? Your tires are going to get stickier quicker, but it's also going to affect things like grip, tire pressure, and tire wear. Forza Motorsports is the 8th entry, I can barely count that high, into Turn 10's Racing Sim series. Now keep in mind, if you prefer street racing, Forza does have its Horizon series, which is very good as well. But if you like a track-based simulator like Gran Turismo, Forza Motorsports is right up your Diagon alley. Forza Motorsports is set to release on Xbox Series X, S, and PC. Of course, in proper Xbox fashion, there's no release date or anything like that. They just let you know, hey, it's coming. They gotta keep you on the wire, keep you excited for the next potential piece of software or hardware. So that sounds absolutely awesome. Here's what I will say. I do think Gran Turismo 7, when that bad boy comes out. Now, I do think when Gran Turismo 7 is actually released for the PlayStation 5, that is only going to be on the PS5. They already said that's not coming to PC. That's not going anywhere else. And it is going to utilize all the features that are specific or proprietary to the PS5. Well, what are those? Well, for one, the DualSense 5 controller, obviously, the haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. Just wrap your head around this for just one hot tick here. Forza Motorsports is talking about all these effects with different surfaces on the track and whatnot. That's awesome. But the only interaction or immersion you're getting into that is what you see and what you hear. The PlayStation 5, you are going to feel those differences in the surface of the track in your palms with the haptic feedback, where when you one of your tires starts to slip off track and run in the sand, or you lose a little bit of traction in the back end and start to fishtail, you are going to feel like a little, my sound effect might have done it for you guys, but you're literally going to be able to feel and adapt to that on the fly. Adaptive triggers, each vehicle is going to have a different feeling for the gas and brake, depending on how hard or light it is to press those. So an old muscle car might have, you know, harder pedals than like than an electronically assisted newer German vehicle like a BMW or Mercedes. So I think that's going to be super sick. Am I saying Gran Turismo 7 is going to be better than Forza Motorsports? Absolutely not. I will be getting both, of course, but I do think that competition is good. And I do think these two games are going to be the best track-based racing simulators we have ever seen. And what that is going to do is drive each series to do better through future post-release patches and updates. After the game's already been out, they're going to add probably DLC, new features integrated into the game over time. If they see, well, Forza has this, they might try and add it. Or if Microsoft in turn 10 sees, well, Gran Turismo allows you to adjust this, or they have this menu and option, then they'll probably patch that in as well. So competition is very healthy and good. It gives us, the gamer, the average consumer, a lot more features in the long run. Now, I did mention the DualSense 5, and then I kind of got sidetracked and took a wrong path and went off track for a moment, if you will, but getting right back on track. The other PlayStation specific feature would be the Tempest audio engines, which is the onboard audio chipset specific to the PS5 that integrates perfectly with the Pulse 3D headset. So if you are playing Gran Turismo with a headset, obviously the roar of an engine, the whooshing of wind past your vehicle, everything's going to feel very, very immersive. Keep in mind, though, a controller really isn't going to matter if you're playing this racing simulator with a sim wheel. So a wheel, pedals on the floor, and a shifter, probably in a little racing seat like this. When I racing sim, I like to have a full face helmet on. You might walk into my living room. I got a full face helmet on. I have a fire extinguisher on the couch in case, you know, my console catches on fire. I got my fire retardant gloves on. I have my Camelback on because I know when I'm in the 7th lap of an endurance match, there ain't no pulling over for the pit crew, baby. Okay, I don't take racing sims that seriously, but I do have a wheel. So maybe I'll be, what? That was a... You couldn't see my other hand. That looked... Okay, there we go. It looked like I was doing something else there. I am excited about these games, not that excited. I do have a wheel here, so hopefully it'll be a pretty dope racing sim as your boy has a burning passion for the motorsports, cars, bikes, boats, anything fast. That is going to do it, boys. Drop in the comments section below. Are you excited for Forza Motorsports? Not the original, it's old. The new game coming out. Are you excited for Gran Turismo 7? Are you excited for both like myself because you don't have a brand affiliation or affinity? If you enjoyed this content, you like the way that I talk, walk, and smell on a Saturday night, liking the video helps it to get seen by more people, so this information will reach and assist them as well, which in turn helps me grow this little channel from a shivering coward into a big, bulky, confident stallion. If you look at the bottom of this video and that subscribe button is red, you're obviously doing something incorrect. Go ahead and tap or click on that bad boy. It will turn to a nice subtle gray, which is easier on your eyes, and it also will ensure that you are supporting the channel. Notification bell, give that a quick dong. A quick gong, if you will. That's going to turn notifications on so you are alerted with the little YouTube bullhorn every time my videos come online. I'll see you guys in the next video, which is going to be tomorrow. I upload daily. I have no life. All right, guys. Peace.